Hi student, I'm back to explain constitutional law, topic government. First lecture, we are talking state. Next, we are talking and explain democracy. Now we are talking three topic government. Government may be definition, form of or system of rule by which a state, sometimes definition, the particular group of persons forming the capital at any given time. In other sides, political direction and control exercised over the action of the members, citizens, and persons. When we talk about government, lots of subjects or points related of the government, definition, types, sources. Finally, it should to explain structures according to Egyptian Constitution 2014. Now we are talking definitions of the government. I have different definitions. First definition, talking about government is system by which state or community control. Another meaning, to talk about group of people exercise executive authority. And third definition, also talking about group of people exercising authority over politically organized territory. This is first definitions, talking about group of people have all authority to governing the state. And another definitions, talking about government normally consists of legislators, administrators, arbitrators. Another meaning, just only replace persons to the meaning of the options or employment like legislators, administrators, arbitrators. In another definition, talking about a policy is enforced as well as mechanism for determining the policy of the state. When we talk about a legal definition of the government, form of state governors refers to the state political system and institutions that make up the organization of specific government. The same meaning, but this is form, framework, and a top of the state, talking about which political system and which rules and which constitution applied at the state with a specific government, a specific person, a specific rules. After finished a difference meaning of government, now we are explain which types of the government over the world. I have many kinds and types of government. Firstly, absolute monarchy. This is the first one, a king, like a king. But in other side, he is a control at everything in the state. He is a big authority without any persons, without any citizen with him. He is control at everything. He making a decision without any lawyers, any constitution, any organization like that. It is big boss. Everything about the state. Authoritarian, and this is system or form of government, the public authority or the state imposed everything about citizens' life. Communist, fourth type of government, difference about a monarchy, authoritarian, commonwealth. Why? Because state control, laws, and regulations to delete private ownership of property or capital, and all the people and all the person in the state, no discrimination, all equality, and all resources بنعمل distribution about all the people. Constitutional also type or form of system operating under an authoritarian document constitution, like Egypt, like France, or another meaning of constitutional system of fundamental laws, principles determine the nature, functions, and the limits of the government. Like constitution at Egypt, talking about the history of Egypt, the authority at Egypt like judicial, legislative, and executive. Constitutional democracy also form our type of government in which the sovereign power of the people spelled out of the government constitution. Can say constitution or Egyptian constitution 2014 like constitutional or constitutional monarchy, also system or form of government, but a king or prince in the state control according constitution, and this is constitution put it a framework or duties and responsibility of this is king or prince according in written law or the custom, like a system of form of the government at England. Dictatorship form or type of government, all authority or complete control over a small persons or specific persons in the state. Another type of the government, emirate. Emirate is a special form of the government because the supreme power in the just one person called an emir or prince. This is person absolute overlord or sovereign with constitutional limited authority. Sometimes it be absolute authority and sometimes constitutional limited authority. Islamic Republic also type of government adopted by some Muslim state and all organized by Islamic Sharia and Sunnah Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Marxism. Marxism, this is political or form of the government. It depends on the economic and the social principles of Karl Marx. This is system, no difference between workers and business at the society. Transfer, this is form from the capitalism to the socialists. Monarchy is also type of government. All control and authority with a special person sometimes have sole absolute or servant, such as king or queen or prince with constitutionally limited authority, like King of England. Finally, Sultan, also like emirate, supreme power in the special or specific person in the country, also all constitution according Muslim state. Sultan or king have absolute rule or servant with constitutional also limited authority. Now we are talking special type of the form of the government parliamentary government. Government have three kinds of authorities: executive, judicial, and legislative. Executive branch or executive authority like ministers, prime ministers, and this is members or persons have position by legislators or parliament, and also have lots of responsibility about making all decisions in the society. This type of government can be dissolved and will be the parliament. يبقى البرلمان is the honor to formation the government and also dissolve the government. And the captain or the head of House of Representatives have also a decision to dissolve the parliament if it can no longer function. The source of governmental power. When we are talking roots or sources of governmental power, it should to know which basic of functions of a government. And mainly functions of government to making everything to prevent or to save about a citizen and the state. Or another meaning, the government becomes primary a mechanism for defense against bodily harm, theft, and involuntary suicide. الفانكشنز أو المين functions أو البيزك functions of government also have maintaining national military, local police forces, and lots of functions protection against loss of life, of property, of liberty at the hands of other foreign disposits of domestic criminal. Structure of government under 2014 new constitution. When we talk about the structure framework of government according to Constitution 2014, government at Egypt or Egyptian constitution have three branches: executive, legislative, and judicial. First branch, executive branch at according Constitution 2014, executive, the top of this is authority, president of the state. President now, Fattah el-Sisi is the head of state, the chief of the executive authority, and supreme commander of the armed forces. Any president, according to Constitution 2014, elected by direct vote for a term of 4 years and making modification now 6 years and eligible ones. President have duties according to Constitution 2014. This is duties relating to the legislative functions of the government, like voting of bills and ratification of treaties, and appoints the prime minister, and who is returned forms the capital, and consists of the prime minister, disputes, and ministers. And he is honored to making all decisions, modifications, delayed any rules, and the state, and also put a decision when happen any emerge at the state, and making the declaration about the war if happen any harm against the state. Also, president holds the title of supreme commander of armed forces. He may not be declare a war or send armed forces without any approval from the National Defense Council or without approval from House of Representatives. Second branch, legislative branch. Legislative power or legislative powers, all authority related to the chamber House of Representatives. House of Representatives composed 450 members elected by direct, secret public vote. President of the Republic may be appointed number 10% of the members at House of Representatives. Third branch of the structure of the government at Egypt, judicial branch. Constitution 2014 sets an independent judiciary and managing all affairs of these members, and limited judicial branches like Supreme Constitutional Court, Administrative Prosecution, and State Council. الأوبشن أو الaims of judicial branch: revision all drafts laws and revision elections to the Supreme Constitutional Court to determine their compliance with the Constitution prior to dissemination. Thank you very much. Meet you again, inshallah, future lecture, Constitution.